There's the score, 17-10, but that is tenuous indeed right now for the Eagles because good field position, good run back by Wilson of the punt. That ball is on the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. And young Matt Kofer is trying to set his backs behind him in the eye. That's Booker, Moore, and Bell. Now they split out into a pro set. Inside handoff, Booker Moore. Got a good trap hole, gets inside the 25. To the 24-yard line.
Booker Moore, the big guy from Penn State with good speed and good hands. He's an all-around player up here and very dependable. Excellent blocker, as you have seen for Greg Bell, but gets a shot that time and bulls his way for substantial yardage.
Pretty good-looking blocking pattern by that offensive line. They hang in there, don't they?
Now, they're not big. We were talking about that. They're one of the smallest offensive lines in the league, but one of the most solid.
Isn't that amazing? We talk about they're not big. They average about 253 or 4. That's small now.
Yeah, it sure is. You get a 250-pound tackle, and as Ray Ellis is shaking up and going off, you get a 250-pound tackle. Now there's debate whether he's big enough to play.
I was impressed talking to Ray Ellis yesterday, weren't you? Young man from Ohio State. He's a good hitter, and he's back there with Hopkins and playing safety in this league now. You've got to take on 230-pound backs, and he took on Booker Moore that time. Bree Wilson is in to play safety. Don't forget, next Sunday it's CBS doubleheader day. It all starts with the studio group of the NFL Today. Then most of you will see the New York Giants against Atlanta, and everybody will see this one, Dallas, Washington. That's a grudge match. Got to see that. Next Sunday. Bell swinging the left, gets a good block, good defense. Eagles really pursued that time. The linebackers swept in. Griggs getting the first shot at Bell. No gain. Flag is down. Let's see what this is. Perhaps holding. Be an interesting call defensively whether you want to take the penalty now or just throw the play away.
Holding, number 53, offense, repeat, 2nd down.
Give the young quarterback another play. They don't feel that's quite as dangerous as the penetration that the Bills were making at the moment. 9:02 left in the 3rd period, a 17-10 ball game.
I'm in a sure passing situation now, so they'll be coming at him with some stunts up front at least.
2nd down and 13. Young Kofer from San Diego State. Straight drop back. He's got the backs out of the backfield, and the rush is going to get Kofer. Throws it on the run. Good play. Bell makes the catch and receives a hard wrap by Jerry Robinson. The young quarterback made a pretty good move in that pocket.
Yes, he did. He got some early pressure. I think Joel Williams came in on a blitz from the outside and got near him immediately. Then some more filtration up through the middle. He stepped out and got the ball out to Bell in pretty good shape. Jerry Robinson is 56. Back on a pattern now. Keen back, head and eyes back there. Sees the back come out. Still watching back in the backfield. And then he'll time it up and make the play. You can't do it any better than that.
You know, he was All-American 3 straight years at UCLA. One of the few people that's ever done that.
Working the defense too now.
Number 1 draft for the Eagles a few years ago, and he's really played like it. Okay, Kofer back in the shotgun and overthrowing Bell at the 27-yard line. And once in a while, Bell doesn't look like he cares.
Lots of penetration here by the Eagles defensive line. 93, Tommy Struthers. Watch him come in, get his hands up. Koeffler had to throw over him. That obscured his vision probably just enough to make this a misdirected pass. Had it been down any lower, it could have been completed.
Jerry Robinson was breathing down his neck again, too. He just hit him the time before. DeMello now will be in to try a long field goal. He has kicked a 52-yarder.
That's what this one's going to be.
That's what this one's going to be. DeMello very successful with the Giants, and now he's come up here and he's got the rhythm back. The Eagles have blocked 2 field goals in the last 2 games. Just enough. It's short, under the bar. The crowd settles back. Not exactly happy with that. The life of a kicker. It's a nomadic one.
The Honda Accord hatchback can handle the hairpin at Sears Point. S's at Lime Rock, the straightaway at Daytona, even the Loop in Chicago.
What'd you get? I got a Big Mac. Where's mine? You said you weren't hungry. I said that. Too bad, too, because it's irresistible. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this big, mouth-watering... Hey, Lester, you know the trick is for you to talk while I eat. Everybody's seen that trick. Let's see if you can talk while I eat. That's no trick. Trick? You want to see a trick? I'll show you a trick. I'll get my own Big Mac, and I'll sink my own teeth into it. You just sit there and sit in my seat, you big dummy.
Tuesday.
Maybe we should try to get back together again.
We haven't given our divorce a chance to work.
Howard may go from stitching patients to sewing baby clothes.
I'm pregnant.
ER.
Number 10 is the kid quarterback, but there is the Arkansas Razorback himself, Joe Ferguson. He had 107 consecutive starts until that bad ankle kept him out last week.
I'd like to see what kind of stats he'd have, too, if he played in a place where it was good weather. I mean, the last month of the season up here is pretty tough on anybody.
Montgomery on the toss out of the eye. Gets away from a couple of people. Makes 10 yards before he's bounced by Haslett. Wilbert Montgomery is sort of like Secretariat. If you get him out there and get him warmed up, by the fourth quarter, he can start putting some numbers up.
Good pull. Steve Kinney and Ron Baker both out in front, doing a good job. Look at Sizemore handling the linebacker there. And where everybody had a piece of somebody, and Wilbert got out there and just picked a spot.
Wilbert, on his high school football team, had an end named Giles. Can you imagine that high school team down in Greenville? Coach was coach of the decade. 1st and 10. Ball's on the Eagle 45. Jaworski tossing back to Montgomery, and number 31 puts it away, covers the ball up, makes a couple of tough yards. Sanford stopped him there. Don't forget, college football coming up Saturday on CBS Sports. You'll see the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's Ellis's old school, Ray Ellis, with the Heisman candidate Keith Byers. He'll be going against the Fighting Illini of Illinois, where Dick Butkus came from for about 12 years. It's Saturday at 3:30 Eastern Time right here on CBS Sports. Well, there have been a lot of upsets on the college scene, haven't there?
Ohio State knows that.
Third quarter clock, 6.5 minutes, 7-point margin. 2nd down 6. Jaworski back. Just dumps it over. Quick could not hang on to it, and that's about the only opportunity he's had to catch a ball today.
Number 82 is Mike Quick. Watch the attention he gets now. A bump right there. That threw the timing of the pattern off, and it was a good thing for Buffalo, too, because there was some room for Mike Quick, and once he gets it in the open, he is tough. Look at Dawes knew he had something going if Quick could have been able to hold on to that ball.
The linebackers already dropped out of their head.
Yeah.
Jaworski now in shotgun on 3rd down and 6. And the Eagles have not generated much in this second half yet. They got to turn back on the pilot light. Jaworski. Good throw across the middle. Woodruff takes it on the dead run, and now look at this crowd. Sanford first. The Bills came from everywhere. The Buffalo Bills all-time group was in. That's Stratton. Was that linebacker? Was he here?
I think so.
Remember the hit he put on Keith Washington years ago in the old stadium?
Keith Lincoln, I think, in a playoff game. Pretty good hit right there. Lucius Sanford, number 57. Speaking of linebackers that deliver licks.
Golden wheels of Divinity. You're amazing, Walker. 43-yard line. Going in, the Eagles now with a little bit of punch on 1st and 10. Jaworski. He's getting time now. Across the middle, Spagnola. Spagnola dragging people to almost the 25-yard line. They're really opening up the middle in there, and the offensive line is blocking extremely well. 17 yards.
Let Spagnola now go down and find a spot. The closest one will be linebacker Eugene Marv, number 54. Just gets in between the seams of that zone, and the Eagles tight ends have already caught more passes so far this year than they did last season, the entire season, and Spagnola's been the major reason.
Very clever receiver, Big John Spagnuolo. He broke the records that the Chicago Bears safety man, Finsick, set. The Eagles, I think, play pretty good football. Hubie Oliver on the negative trap play. The fullback plugged straight ahead. They call him the Rock Man.
Well, he got good help that time from Steve Kenny, the left guard. You know, Jaworski told us how much Kenny meant to the offensive lineup. With Dean Miraldi starting over at left tackle this year, he said Kenny, when he's in there with him, is just a real settling influence on him, and also helps make the calls. There's a lot of line calls that go on between the center and the guard and the tackles, and regarding who's going to block who up there in the defensive formations. And Kenny is very good and very alert at that.
Good situation for number 7 in the Eagles. Deep in the Bills' territory at the 16 and second in the yard. You can do almost anything. And it's a straight drive play. Wilbur Montgomery cutting back inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And the Bills look like they're catching a lot of blocks now.
Now they are. That's just straight ahead stuff right there. Nothing fancy. Everybody had somebody, and Wilbur just finds a hole. Watch this. Straight ahead. Supposed to be run over here at the left, as you can tell by the lead back. Hubie Oliver coming here, but Wilbur veers away because he spotted a seam up the middle, and nobody finds him any better than number 31.
You know, there are 5 Pro Bowlers that were on that 80 team that Marion Campbell no longer has here. Carl Hairston and Carmichael and people like that are gone. So, as we said, this is a young, different team. Today they look like they've got it going. 3:26 left in the third. First and goal. Jaworski misses Quick in the end zone. Just misses number 82. Romes was there, but I believe Quick was open.
He sure was, and he'll come up with this more times than not too. That is not Mike Quick. That was over on the other side.
It's Kenny Jackson there, right?
Here's Quick. Let's take a look at it here now. Just a touch overthrown.
You and I talked about that. The cornerback has absolutely no chance if the ball is thrown right.
It's the best spot to have that ball. You got to have it a little bit out in front. You get it back close to their body, and the guy can come over and tap it or strip it. But if it's thrown about 6 inches less than it was right there, it's almost impossible for a cornerback to make the play.
The numbers on Jaworski we'll give you here in just a moment. 2 touchdown passes we know of, right? 18 of 28 for 174 yards. And 2 strikes for touchdowns. Second down and goal. He's got time. Third touchdown. Mike Quick, he's been working to get open. Flags are down, however.
Flag down late.
Down near the goal line. It's a 9-yard touchdown pass if it's allowed. It's against the Eagles.
Boy, threw a slant into Mike Quick over on the right side. The flag was thrown in the end zone way over at the left. I'm anxious to see what this call is.
Pass interference, number 88 offense, repeat second down.
Called John Spagnuolo, tight end, for pushing off or something in the end zone way away from the play. I don't know what effect it had on what happened out there.
If you get down that close to the end zone, then if you have to single up on Quick, you're in real trouble.
Look at this. Obviously, I talked to Josh and said, boy, 109 straight starts. So what keeps you in there? And he says, I'm half crazy.
Second down and 19 to go for a touchdown. Second and 19. It's shotgun time. Jaworski being rushed. Dumps it off. This is Michael Williams. He's hit and piled up at the 11-yard line. Gets almost to the 10. Buffalo's doing a lot of swarming around, but they don't seem to be very effective right now on defense.
Pretty good little move here by Michael Williams, second-year player out of tiny Mississippi College, and he was, what, a number 4 draft choice last year and played quite a bit for him. In fact, his 385 yards rushing last year with Wilbert out was second best on the team. A pretty good future, they think.
2:36 left in this third period. I'll tell you, the fourth quarter may be just a real battle. Third and goal from the 10-yard line, call it. Jaworski. In the flat. to Hubie Oliver. Oliver inside the 5-yard line. Rome's made the tackle there. Jaworski really looks like he's in control now. Again, he's faced Dallas, San Francisco, and Washington 3 weeks in a row. I guess you would be a little relaxed coming up here. Comes McFadden on. Philadelphia remembers Tony Franklin was barefooted. He has now gone north to New England. This young man's a good kicker. Jaworski will hold. This will be a 23-yard field goal attempt. Oh, he doesn't even give it a second thought. Pretty cool young man. And so, with 1:33 left, it's 20-10.
This bud's to everyone who tackles the changes and challenges of that new promotion.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you for all you do.
Yep, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do. This bud's for you.
The EPA figures say you can get 49 miles out of a gallon of gas. If you aren't getting this kind of mileage from your gasoline, maybe you should change your brand of car. We recommend you try the #1 mileage car, the Honda Civic CRX HF. The right car for your gasoline.
Honda.
20-10. You're looking right through at young McFadden. His first trip to Orchard Park, New York. Waiting for the signal. Wilson and Williams waiting. This is a short kick. Wilson's going to take this one at the 7-yard line. You better get a snare out to get in. Here's a good return man. Tackled, good coverage at the 14-yard line. Eagles really came down into that very quickly. Haddock's down there, the running back, covering very well, number 26.
That was our little bit of trivia that we were talking about before, that the Buffalo Bills are the only professional football team playing in New York.
That's the truth. Everybody else moved to Jersey, right?
That's right.
We'll be back.
It can be intimidating to step up to a new technology. At Wang, we make computers not to intimidate, but to enhance one's performance. So when we put technology at your fingertips, it's not just the power, it's the glory. Wang, we put people in front of computers.
There's the clock. That's third quarter time. Crowd very quiet right now as the Bills have been pretty silent really since that first quarter. Eagles are just beginning to sort of tack it to them a little bit. Take no prisoners. 1st and 10 now. Ball's on the 14. Hofer being chased out of the pocket. Now he dumps it off. Looked to me like linemen were downfield, and he may have given it to a lineman. No, I believe Bell ended up with the ball, but...
I think that was a planned play, believe it or not. It was almost like a quarterback screen. He set up back in a pocket, and at the same time when he rolled out to the left, watch his lineman go with him. Watch him drop back here now. Now watch the lineman go with him when he goes left. See them all leave their blocks and go out here. Quarterback screen, now he just dumps it forward here.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Bell. I haven't seen that play before, but it was a planned play, believe me.
And they were downfield, and the officials didn't catch that. 2nd down and 6. Pick up a 4. Was some dash play. Dash with a screen. Hofer inside fake now. Sets up, good throw across the middle. Bell makes a leaping catch and gets to the 41-yard line. Ellis had to make a tough tackle there, or Bell was gone.
Well, it looked like he was just about gone, and what a great catch he made. The rookie from Notre Dame, their #1 draft choice up here in Buffalo.
24-yard reception. He drops some easy ones, but he makes some tough ones.
He was a good player at Notre Dame, but you didn't hear as much about him as normal because he had injuries both his junior and senior year in South Bend.
That's the end of the third quarter. Score, Philadelphia 20, Buffalo 10. We now pause for a word from your local station.
The best college football returns next Saturday with Illinois taking on second-ranked Ohio State or #3 Washington against Stanford next Saturday on CBS Sports. This is CBS. CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by your Toyota dealer and the all-new heavy-duty 1-ton truck. Bud Light, the light beer with a taste that's satisfying but never filling. And by RCA, creators of video technology that excites the senses.
We have had a good time up here in Buffalo, New York for this ball game. Everybody says, oh, you don't want to go up there, but we really had a great time. What do you think, Wayne?
I do. And graphic evidence right here that linebackers age better than defense.
I always had a bad helmet, I think. That was my problem, you know. We're back to the action. We got 15 minutes left. Fourth quarter action. It's a 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills on the 42-yard line. Good catch by Bell into the third period. Kofler throwing, and Fowles came right over the top of the receiver and rode him right into the ground. That was Brookings. Good play by Fowles.
That was a great play here. Brookings can really run. We told you he was the fastest player in the Big Ten last year at Illinois. Now watch Elbert Fowles, a free agent who in his second year with the Eagles. Watch him make the turn, get his head nice back there, and then close fast while this ball's in the air. Brookins looks good for a while, but that's a good play by the young cornerback.
Big league play by Fowles, and they sort of were picking on him early to see if he can play it. He's proven he can. 2nd down and 10 now. Kofer got Kenny Clark and company to jump a little early, but they stayed on side. Now he's going to run for it. Now he's being chased. Briggs runs him out at the 49, 48-yard line. Boy, if he would get hurt, Stevenson might have to start throwing.
Yes, I think he would.
How many quarterbacks have come from San Diego State?
Quite
like
a few.
BYU, they must manufacture them or something.
Sure, he was just really bitterly disappointed when Dufek beat him out for the backup job and got to start last week over him after Ferguson was hurt, because as I said, he had been the backup here for a couple of years. So this is his chance to get something going and reestablish himself.
Not in Eagle territory, but getting close. 3rd down and 4 on the 48. Shotgun. Ooh, that ball sort of hanging there. That snap was soft. Good throw and knocked away by number 21. Good defensive play by Cooper. Evan Cooper went right up and just spiked it away. Intended for Bramer.
Yes, he did. Now, that's the second good play in this series by a defensive back by the Eagles after what looked like it might be a completion, just coming up late after the ball gets there and basically just jolting it away.
He didn't zip that one either. He sort of floated that over there, didn't he? Gave the defensive backs a chance.
Yep.
Kidd is in to punt. John Kidd. Cooper is back to return.
Got to watch something here now if you're the Eagles on defense. Gotta watch for something.
Whoa, what a tremendous boost. This one is into the end zone. Will come out to the 20. That ball was a spaceship. A 52-yard punt. The ball comes out to the 20. 14:33 left.
When they put a heavy load on your shoulders, there's nothing like having a friend you can count on. The new Toyota electronically fuel-injected 1-ton truck. It'll carry over 2,500 pounds. And with an optional towing package, you can pull up to 5,000 pounds. The Toyota 1-ton truck.
Thanks, old buddy.
What a feeling. Toyota.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Hey, give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
No, Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
It's a wild place.
While we were away, there was a penalty call on Evan Cooper for signaling a fair catch and then blocking a member of the other team, which he signals now he's not supposed to go over and touch anybody. I don't know who put that rule in. Took a pretty good shot, young Cooper did. He was the one that made that good defensive play. Anyway, the Eagles will start from the 3.5-yard line. 1st and 10. And the Zebras have struck again. Jaworski. Haddix is in there, number 26, and they are standing in the end zone. Wilbert Montgomery behind Haddix's block. And the Bills are getting rough out there on defense now.
Bills got to feel that this is getting a bit close to their big opportunity, the ball game. If they can come up with a turnover down in here, they're there, they're back in it. Or if they can stop them here with no gain and make them punt and get good field position. So this is one of those crunch situations right now for the Buffalo defense that you have 2 or 3 times in a game.
2nd down and 6 on the 7. So far, the Eagles have been very careful about turnovers today. Jaworski from the end zone, going up for it, going for Wilbert Montgomery and overthrowing him at the 45. Aired it out a little bit. That's to make sure everybody realizes that they've got to play the deep zones. St. Louis 31, Dallas 13.
Well, they've been putting some points on the board all year, St. Louis has.
Lomax to Green was the last touchdown, a 45-yarder. Boy, Green he's averaging 20-some-odd yards a catch. He used to play defense. He would have given defensive people a bad name with speed like that. Chicago, Walter Payton in the record, leading 13-7. 3rd down and 6 on the 7. Jaworski throwing again from the end zone, no pressure. This one is batted down at the line of scrimmage. I believe Smerlis, the koala bear, got his hand up on that. He couldn't have caught it.
Oh, he comes to play, huh? He was ready to play on Friday when we talked to him. Look at this. He just keeps coming. 2nd, 3rd effort. It's easy to stop when you got 2 big guys beating on you like that. But look at this. That was about his 4th effort, and he leaps up and get a hand on it.
That's a high five, huh? That's as good as it gets. Good defensive play. And young Horan is kicking from the end zone. Wilson is waiting, and they are going to put pressure on the young punter. They're coming. No. Average kick. Wilson at the 45. The 40. His own man knocks him down at the 38. Crowd senses something can happen. But the 3rd-team quarterback is at the controls, and they're down by 10 points.
Who has a refreshing new vision with more color and sound and less space? It's RCA, and it's no mirage. This 25-inch TV actually fits in the space of a 19-inch set. It's the slim full-spectrum TV, the first full stereo TV to process 100% of the audio-video signal. All the color, all the sound, all the time. The slim, full stereo, full spectrum TV is no mirage. Only from RCA, technology that excites the senses.
Every once in a while, something unexpected shows up.
Hey, What's that, a Toyota?
The 1985 Toyota Corolla GTS. A Toyota, dependable. A Corolla, affordable. A different kind of Corolla. A sleeper, a car for the street powered by a new twin-cam, electronically fuel-injected.
What's he got in there?
16-valve engine.
What's he got in there?
Known as the TC16.
Yeah, what's he got in there?
Monday, live, it's the hottest ticket in country as Kenny Rogers hosts the 18th Annual Country Music Association Awards with over 30 top stars. Y'all don't miss it.
You know, the Fox played in front of me, and we discovered Jim Taylor one night in a preseason game. We said, who's that little 31 over there trying to play fullback?
With thighs like a barrel.
Yeah, and he turned our helmets around upside down, and Swamp Fox said, I'm going to get that kid's name and number and ring size because he looks like he's going to last for a while.
I was introduced about the same way.
First and 10. Good field position for the Bills. Young Matt Copeland was the quarterback. Defect was hurt. And Ferguson can't play a rollout. Going back, screen back to Bramer. The tight end is...
What a play.
Good tackle at the 31-yard line.
Boy, oh boy, what a play by Joel Williams. Good Lord, that's the best linebacker play I've seen all year. Roll out right, plan screen back to the left. The back falls down. Look at the linemen all down on the ground and waiting there. Now watch them all get up in unison. And here's Bramer, the tight end. They got 3 blockers on Joel Williams here. Watch 59. Watch this play.
Oh, brother.
That was a saver.
How about holding the tight end screen to 6 yards or 5.5 yards?
I'll tell you, they said the knock about him is that he can't take on things straight at him. Well, he blew that right out the tub there.
And that was the chorus line after him. You ever see anything like that group? Second down and 4 from the 30. Copeland overthrowing and almost intercepted. Herm Edwards almost had it. The Eagles only have 2 interceptions this year. See Copeland getting back up.
And that stage of the game now where they're not going to fool anybody by play action. You got to drop back, and the Eagles know you got to throw the ball, and he's catching some heat. Ken Clark, 71, back on him. I tell you, you get a guy coming that close to you when you're a quarterback, you can feel him. You know you're going to get hit when you release, and a lot of quarterbacks will flinch a little bit and start to anticipate that contact while they're releasing. The great ones, you know, Fouts and the Montanas and those people just step right up there and take that lick. And we haven't. The jury is still out on Coulter what class he's in.
Third down and 4. Eagle defense aroused. Coulter from the shotgun. Good throw, and it's Herm Edwards makes contact on Byron Franklin before the ball got there.
I'm not sure, was it on Edwards or was it on Wes Hopkins, number 48, Brookie? I'm not sure.
Might have been Hopkins, huh?
Yeah, I think it was.
He likes to hit people. You can't do it before the ball gets there.
Everyone has a right to the football when it's in the air.
Marion Jr. is somewhat irritated. They were both going for the ball.
Pass interference. Number 48, defense. First down, goal to go.
Bruni and Marion Campbell asking for information. Jack Fetty is the official that's trying to explain it.
I'll tell right here now, number 48 will be Hopkins. Up with both hands going for the ball, isn't he? Contact, it was early contact from that angle. It's really hard to tell, but...
Looked like Franklin ran into him.
Yeah. The ball's in the air, it's just whoever comes down with it. That should be the rule.
Sounds like a defensive call there. First and goal. Bills can really get back in this game. 12:31 left. Toss back to Bell. Backed up at the line of scrimmage. And a lot of people are pushing and shoving again. There's a flag thrown right on the goal line. And I saw a safety man and a couple of tight ends going after each other. Looks like it's going to be against Philadelphia. At least that's the preliminary.
You know, you get a young kid like Hopkins who just got the last penalty, and you got to know he's going to be a little airy. He may have thrown an elbow or something.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 29, defense, after the play, half the distance penalty, first and goal.
Number 29 on the defense for unnecessarily hitting. That's fouls. Inside the 5-yard zone, you're supposed to be able to chuck receivers. Hopkins, he hits them when they're warming up. There's young fouls. Back to the wall now, 20-10. Philadelphia leading. This is going to get closer, maybe. First down. Goes for 3. Bell. Touchdown.
Pretty good effort. Pretty good effort there by the rookie running back, number 28, Greg Bell.
77 yards on 20 carries and 2 touchdowns. And he made a catch earlier in that third quarter that shows he really is a first-class football player. The crowd on their feet. Their team is 0-5. It could come within 3 points. Canelo. It's good. Another cheer. The 17th point goes on the board.
Although that drive and the touchdown, Brookie was helped a lot by penalties. That's still going to help Matt Kofler a lot to know that he can get his team in the end zone, whether he had penalties or not. Just watch this effort right here by Greg Bell. Good job up front, but he gets just a lot of this on his own. 29 fouls, hits him early. People coming over, but he just keeps on working until he's in the end zone.
Boy, Will Grant, the center, went to the onside and cut down one of those defensive linemen. That's a tough block.
Holding, number 55 on the kicking team. 10-yard penalty, re-kick.
That's Haslett, number 55, holding on the kicking team. We have to get the officials their own network. Canelo now will try to kick. It will be from the 20-yard line. Kofler still holding. It's good. .18 left in the fourth period. Guess what? It's getting close. 20-17.
You want to win, you got to practice stopping Sarinsky. Murphy, you're Sarinsky. You dog me, Sarinsky.
You guys getting the hang of this?
Bring out your best. Bud Light.
Your best deserves the best.
Bud Light.
The less filling light beer with a first name and taste.
Sarinsky's got some moves, huh?
Bud Light. When it comes to getting to the high ground, there's nothing like having a faithful companion. The new Toyota 4x4 SR5 Extra Cab, powering you to the top with a new electronically fuel-injected engine that supplies this truck with more horsepower than any other in its class. The new Toyota 4x4.
Now this is a friend forever.
20-17, a lot of time. If you're leading, you want that clock to just fly by. If you're trailing, you want to have the ball 3 or 4 more times. Canelo and Hayes is waiting. That's Waters touching it down. The Eagles will take the ball over on the 20, and fists fly again. There's a fight at the 25-yard line. The flags are flying, and both benches are beginning to clear.
Yeah, there's been more tussles in this game than any I've seen in the last several years. Unless I'm just counting Raider games.
The disclaimer was well taken. Struthers and McNanny, number 95, they may be ejected.
Well, I think they should be. They were drawn back and letting it fly there. They got to put a stop to it. So I'm sure that.
Personal fouls, fighting 93 Philadelphia, 95 Buffalo, both after the play. Penalties offset, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Struthers and McNanny, he did not say if they were ejected or not.
Sure didn't.
At least they're sent to the penalty box. 1-4 and 0-5. 4 plays, 36 yards. Of course, Bell's 3-yard run after the interference call. Defense has played pretty well for the Eagles. Jaworski now must eat the clock live. The cost to Montgomery. Oh, Haslett throws Wilbert down for a loss of a yard. What a play by number 55.
Haslett, obviously a geometry student, knowing that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, because watch him come. Outside linebacker over here, Lucius Sanford, does a pretty good job of keeping it contained and turned in, as does Steve Freeman. And here comes the middle linebacker, the hit man.
Wilbert was fortunate not to have fumbled the football. 2nd down and 10. Smirlis and Dinner digging in right on the line of scrimmage. Jaworski throws a knuckleball, and Spagnola can't hang on. But Marv may have interfered.
Marv may have got there just a touch early. Got an arm around it. Looked like he may have hit the football, but it could have been early.
Pass interference. Number 54 on the defense. 1st and 10.
A popular decision here in Orchard Park.
You be the judge. Going for Spagnola, the tight end. Marv in good shape. Oh, it just looks like a good defensive play to me. I'm sorry.
Can't you play football anymore? I can't believe that 2 people cannot engage and go after the ball. Anyway, it's an automatic first, not much yardage, but it gives Jaworski 4 more plays at it. 11:23 on the clock. A lot of time. Jaworski threads the needle, hits Montgomery. 2 people miss. Montgomery out over the 35 to the 36. Pretty clever. He sort of hides in there. He picks up 9 yards on that. Next Sunday, for the first time in several years, the once starting Cowboy quarterback, Danny White, will be on the sidelines for the Dallas-Washington game. Irv Cross will have that story on the NFL Today next Sunday at 12:30 Eastern Time. Pretty good team, and Danny White's sitting on the bench and just doing the punting for you. He's a very, very good quarterback.
Oh, it's tough to lose your job, though, in any situation.
That's for sure. 2nd down and 1. Oliver off the left side. Not much. Boy, Sizemore and Kinney have stabilized the offensive line. It sort of looks like they're solid and they're waiting. They're not jumping off.
And they got the 1st down.
Some scores as we flash them on your screen. St. Louis 31, Dallas 13. Chicago 20-7 over New Orleans. Saints are an interesting team, aren't they? Enigma 28-21. Tampa Bay leading Minnesota now in the 4th. Well, the Vikings have lost some touches. Washington 35, Irsay 7. The Jets are leading Kansas City by a point. 1st and 10 from the 38. Jaworski with the blitz. Reads it and hits Spagnola. He drops the football.
Eugene Marv on the blitz up the middle untouched, and just a great read by Jaworski. Can't beat experience. He saw it coming, knew he had to unload, and knew where he could get it in time.
Coming over the top.
QB Oliver came over and got a little piece of Marv, and that saved Jaworski a pretty good lick.
Jaworski is 21 of 32, 197, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. 2nd down 10. 9:47 on the clock in the 4th quarter. Throwing the ball away. A waste pitch, high and wide. Pretty good protection, but Talley did come in and finally make contact with number 7.
Talley is a linebacker. When they're in their 3-4 situation, he plays an outside linebacker, and when they go into a pass rush situation, sometimes he drops down and plays a down lineman. He's their quickest, and he had 5 sacks last year as a rookie for them. They come into this game with only 3 sacks on the year. He had 1 of those, so before this game, they haven't been getting much pressure on the passer. They certainly haven't had Jaworski on his pants a lot today, but they've been back there some.
Third down and 10 on the 38. 9:42 left in the game and a 3-point margin. Oliver, the remaining back. Jaworski. Out on the flat, Kenny Jackson is short of the sticks. Good play by Carpenter.
That was a very crucial series that time for the Buffalo defense, and they did their job. Now we got one coming up for the Eagles defense.
Michael Horan, who was a punter up here and lost the job to Cater a year ago. Wilson is back, a very dangerous return man. Absolutely fearless. Let's see if Buffalo comes with the gang, or if the left footer is just going to be allowed to whistle it away. Average kick. Wilson at the 25. Wilson back to the 25. Some flying bodies out there.
Second time in a row on a punt that Wilson's been put down by his own man. Watch this here. A couple juke steps. I got by the guy in green, but the guy in white got me.
Who has commanding power and total control at the instant, effortless speed of light? Who else but RCA? Presenting the Digital Command Center, the total control remote control that operates this full spectrum TV and this video cassette recorder. Experience total control from the comfort of your favorite chair with the Digital Command Center. Only from RCA, technology that excites the senses.
Last year, Sears tuned up 1 million engines, performed more than 1 million brake repairs, installed over 3 million shocks, sold upwards of 9 million tires, and replaced more batteries than anyone else in America. At Sears, we install confidence. And best of all, we do it right next door to all this.
There's more for your life. It's more for your life at Sears.
Tonight, 4 sisters under suspicion of murder and one corpse who refuses to die. An all-star cast joins Angela Lansbury in Murder, She Wrote.